What's happening, man? Gotta give y'all a recap, man, of Super Bowl 58 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the 49ers. The Kansas City Chiefs edged the Super Bowl victory, man, in overtime, man. It was an amazing game, man, from top to bottom. I mean, I enjoyed the national anthem. I enjoyed, the halftime show. And of course, I enjoyed the game. And I'm going to talk about all that. Man, it was like a heavyweight match, man. This was one of those Super Bowls that San Francisco didn't lose the game. They just the greatest player on the entire field just took over and refused to lose. It was one of those type of games, man. Patrick Mahomes, man, it ain't even a debate. He's one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest, and he's definitely on pace to slaughter Brady's legacy in regards as to catching him with them rings. As long as he don't get hurt, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real rough on competition wise with going against Pat Mahomes, man, because he got that Jordan-esque, and he finally had one of those moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't settle for no field goal or OT. He literally had the clock ticking. It's going down to 10 seconds, and then he get the touchdown to Hardman, and there's 3 seconds left, and they clinched the victory, man, to win his Super Bowl. Um, what numbers is this? His third Super Bowl win, but it was just amazing to watch, man. And I feel for the 49ers because they really didn't lose, man. Like, they didn't play it safe. They did everything by the book, and they were aggressive when they needed to be. They made stops. It was turnovers. It was multiple fumbles in the game, and it was just a lot of things, man, that they did correct and still came up short, man. Like, I knew Pat was gonna take over that game when he couldn't like manipulate the defense on the run. He literally started running, and I had already I was already previewed to this, but Patrick Mahomes confirmed it in one of the interviews, like in the press conference. He said people think he can't run, but he has deceptive speed. Like, it don't look fast, and it's not as crazy as a Lamar Jackson, of course, or a Josh Allen, or maybe even Russell Wilson. But he know how to find his spots, and he can pick the defense apart. And every time he runs, he neutralizes the defense, and he moved them chains aggressively. And that's what he did in overtime, man. He took over, man, and he found the weapons he needed, and he was so precise, man, and poised. And that's how he got the victory. It was a lot of players stepped up in this game for Kansas City on offense. They didn't let Looney play, which I expected, you know what I'm saying? But Justin Watson, number 84, man, he made some crucial catches in the game to move the chains. He didn't do too much, you know what I'm saying? He handled his business, and he made precise catches, Pacheco, he didn't have the MVP type performance that I thought he would, but he had a couple bad plays, and there was some turbulence, but he ended up, man, finding his groove. He caught a couple passes, and he had some exceptional runs to move the chains. Travis Kelce first half had like one catch, and then in the second half he got back to being who he was, man. He was ultra aggressive, especially when it mattered the most. And Travis played a huge role in the fourth down conversion, I believe, in overtime, where the game was on the line, where Patrick did a run, but they used Travis as motion, as if he was going to get it on fourth down. But it was Patrick Mahomes, and he made that crucial block. So, yeah, man, a lot of great plays. Brock Purdy, man, another one. Like, man, dude earned his spot, man. He got my respect. He didn't make no mistakes for real, and for that to be his first Super Bowl, he made a lot of great plays as well, man, and he did everything he needed to do to manage the game properly. But that's what Cam Newton was saying, man. It is levels, and it's a difference between the game changer and the game manager. When there was time to win the game for real, Patrick Mahomes did that. He proved it. You know what I'm saying? He led his team down over like 70 some yards, you know what I'm saying, to win the game on the last drive in overtime, man. Like, it was cinematic, man. was an instant classic game, and it's up there, man. Like it's literally in my top two. Before this Super Bowl, I always thought the best Super Bowl was the Patriots versus the Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Arizona Cardinals. It was one of them two I always thought was like the best Super Bowls in recent years, but this is definitely is in that conversation. It's probably better than both of them. And the halftime show between Usher, man, I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Shout out to Usher, man, for showing all artists that when you have timeless music, man, it transcends whatever time we in. You know what I'm saying? And all those records sounded refreshing, and I was super happy to see my dog Ludacris come out. Luda, you know what I'm saying? Luda and Lil Jon, man, like, and then the crazy part is, none of them are Asian. They still look young or younger than they did when they first, debuted on the scene. It was dope to see Jermaine Dupri as well, even though he was looking like CeeLo. Like, the halftime show was crazy. And shout out to Jackson State, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the city, man. So it's like to see Jackson State on the biggest stage ever, man, at the Super Bowl. You got to salute Deion Sanders, man, for him exposing Jackson State on that level. Because ever since Jackson State, was under Deion, Deion was under Jackson State with coaching, you know what I'm saying? He's exposed the culture and exposed, some of the hidden gems to the world that people never, really gave credit to. And now Jackson State Sonic Boom is a part of the Super Bowl history and was a part of Usher's performance, and they doing stuff with Drake now. Like, how real is that? It's the Deion effect, man. Salute the Deion Sanders, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though people got a lot of bad things to say about him leaving, he's still been blessing even though he's been gone. So yeah, man. What else about the Super Bowl I enjoyed with Usher? I liked it. I liked the some of the uniforms was kind of, you know what I'm saying, what's going on here. They kind of looked like the Power Rangers or Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, but it all stood out, man. It was a dope performance, man. I still don't think it's probably better than like the one with Beyonce and Bruno Mars, but it's up there though, man. So yeah, man, Super Bowl 58 was a success, man. If you missed the game, man, you missed the moment, man, for sure. If you made it this far to the video, man, I want to say thank you for watching, man. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like, man. Please hit the notification bell so you don't miss none of my content. Subscribe to the God Level Genius YouTube channel. Send it to a friend, man, that you think will like this. You know what I'm saying? I thank you in advance, man. I am James Vergado, and as always, be God level. The genius is in you. Yeah.